Well, the British and Irish Lions continue their tour here at Eden Park tonight with a gallant Blues outfit looking to test them. I was happy as a pig in shit for this one, lads. Today, I had a psychology appointment where I was told I'm not very emotional, but rather rational. Hence why I'm leading your commentary, but nonetheless, to make up for my lack of, Nick Van Bar is with us tonight, a man whose emotions will be running high.
Welcome to the spectacular city of Sails, more commonly known as Auckland, where the scene is set at Eden Park with the killer Blues lineup set to face a challenge against the British and Irish Lions. Conditions tonight for tonight's match will show overcast with potential showers and a comfortable 13-degree atmosphere. The stadium is full of an estimated 40,000 expected fans to arrive. However, the game will be an interesting one, full of intensity, as we saw the struggle of the Lions grasp a win against Barbarians on Saturday.
Thanks for that, Nick. Well, we'll go through the Lions outfit. Halfpenny, Daly, Noel at the back with Jared Payne, a New Zealander. Robbie Henshaw in the centres, Dan Biggar, Rhys Webb. The pairing of the Welshman at the halves and to the forwards, of course, starting with Jack McGrath. Ken Owens, the captain. Dan Cole, Mario Itoje, Courtney Laws, James Haskell. He played for the Highlanders once upon a time here in New Zealand. Justin Tuparick and CJ Stander into the Blues. Michael Collins, Rieko Ioane, Matt Duffy, George Mawala, Sonny Bill Williams, Stephen Perofita, the man who has a mission ahead of him today. Augustine Pulu, Stephen Luatua, Blake Gibson, Akira Ioane, Scott Scrafton, Gerard Cali Tuioti, former captain of the Blues. He captained the Blues in their loss to the Galahad Chiefs earlier in the year. Charlie Farmer-Weena, James Parsons, and Ofa Tuongafasi. Well, they just finished their haka. They are raging like a bull on steroids, boys. And Eden Park is hissing like a rattlesnake. This is absolutely sensational. A big match ahead, and they've got some huge competition, Nick.
Yeah, they really do. They have the match set up for them. I mean, it's going to be a tough one. Two big teams going head to head. I mean, the Lions did struggle against the Barbars the other day, but they may pull something out of the bag today to face Auckland. What do you reckon, Brad?
I reckon they're going to have an absolute pearler of a game as we look at the referees. Pascal Gauzet, shit, that's a mouthful. One, Jake,
Matthew Raynell, and unfortunately you started a little bit too much, so I wasn't able to click into it. It is probably the biggest crowd the Blues will play in front of this year, without a doubt. They can't make the playoffs, but of course Stephen Luatua, it's his last match at home here before he heads off overseas. Just as we wait, the Lions and the Blues. Sonny Bill Williams, well, he remembers this. He played the opening game of the World Cup 2011. He took his shirt off and people went nuts. Wonder if they'll be expecting that tonight. Dan Biggar gets us underway, and it goes down the throat of well, it went down the throat of Matt Duff, and he was smoked in a tackle. Absolutely smashed, much to the dislike of the Auckland crowd. Augustine Pulu, the former chief, went up to the Blues. He clears it through way of the box kick. And it goes down, right down to CJ Stander. He flicks it on and he finds some support by way of Jack Noel. Once more, they look to shift it. Rhys Webb finds some support on his right before they look to work it back to the left-hand side of the field. We're about 30 metres out from their line here. Noel again. He gets it down, but they fling it wide now. Jared Payne out in the back. Finds some support by way of Justin Tuparick. He came off the bench last week. Did Tuparick. Quick 1-2 from Rhys Webb. Pass it off to Elliot Daly. He's taken down in the tackle. They're looking absolutely fierce here, the Lions. A little bit of a contrast to what they had last week. We're at the 7th phase now. 1 minute gone. Still, of course, 0-0. They've worked some magic here, and now they're about 15 metres out from their line, the far side of the field, about 20 metres on from the far touch line. And, well, they're using their pig's drill now. Haskell takes it forward, not massive metres. Biggar once more. in his gawky run. He flicks it around. Possible maul, possible turnover. Is it going to be? No, it's not. The Lions retain the possession on the 12th phase. 15 metres out. They've worked it way back to the right-hand side of the field now. Retention of the ball is what they need, and that's what they have. 15 metres out. Possible advantage for a penalty. James Parsons got a flyer away there. Tuparik takes it down. They fling it to the backs. They move it left. They've got some numbers. They don't want to use it. And Robbie Henshaw, the Irishman, takes it down. Reece Webb, they go left again. This is exciting. Back to Lee Halfpenny. He darts around, but he can't find inroads. Penalty to the Blues. And, well, the Eden Park crowd, they're happy about that one. Nick Van Baar scintillating by the Lions.
Oh, the Lions have really come out with the claws out today. I mean, they're really trying to drill into the Blues as early as possible, which we didn't see against Barbarians. I think that their style of play has been changed slightly compared to what happened last week.
Pascal goes there, the referee. He puts his arm in the air, blows the whistle, of course. He sort of looks like Mr. Bean. That's what I'm going to refer to him as, the Frenchman. He's quite excited to blow his whistle, and why wouldn't you? When you get a bit of a reaction from this Auckland crowd. Sonny Bill Williams, of course, he was the man that got the turnover there. 3 minutes down, 0-0. And the Lions are looking good. Free kick, though, to the way of the Blues. And it's taken quickly. Augustine Pulu finds Sonny Bill Williams. They move it left. Now it's scrambled. It's gone to the back. Kicked through by Jared Payne, but he can't make it in time to ground the ball. He runs, actually slides into the signage. He's probably dislocated his shoulder. That was one hell of a slide. And I tell you what, any 3-year-old would be very jealous of having a slip and slide like that, because my God, that he seemed to go for Africa.
He really put his heart into that one.
Oh, he's knocked it on.
Well, yes, Stephen Pitafita tried to take it quickly. A little bit of flair like we saw last Saturday night by the Barbarians. We didn't see it here to start off with the Blues. 4 minutes gone, of course. It's all been Lions traffic. But a smashing tackle. The Lions scramble upon the ball. Just a bit too many Weet-Bix from Jared Payne. Here we go. The Lions once more. But it's turned over. The Blues have it. They're 30 metres out from the Lions line. Intercepted, possibly. No, it's not. It's flicked off to Rico Ioane. He chips it through. Now we see the ball in the first time in that half. It's in Lions territory now. Jack Noel takes it down, and they look to sort of secure this. But it's lost forward by the Lions by way of Matthew Raynell says, lost forward. We're going to have a scrum, Brad Richardson. You know about scrums.
Mate, I had a fair few scrums today and shit, they're sore, although we pushed one back 5 metres and for some reason they were quite happy afterwards. I'm not sure why. I'm back and forth at the moment sorting out this bloody live stream, and I'm not trying to think of an analogy for it, but I can't quite get there. So Nick, I'm going to have to get you to think on the spot for me, because my mind's bloody puzzled.
Yeah, no, I don't have much to comment on, you know, but with a forward pack like the Blues, it's going to be a tough scrum. As we've seen in previous test matches, the Lions have got a strong forward pack, but the Blues have got one to contest.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bradley's probably as busy as a two-dick dog at a bitch fest at the moment. Nonetheless, Augustine Pulu feeds the scrum. Luatua takes a step back and allows Pulu the room to play. He passes off to Pitafita. A cross kick into the hands of another Blues player, Matt Duffy. He slips from a tackle of Lee Halfpenny, but the ball's loose. Scrambled upon is Sonny Bill Williams, I believe. Augustine Pulu. It comes to his back, flicked off his boots, but he picks it up anyway. Luatua takes it forward. And it's back, worked back to the right-hand side. They're about 5 metres out from the touchline on the far side of Eden Park. 22 metres out. Looking to work a platform here. Akira Ioane takes it down. Once more, Fa'amoina. The big man from Papa Toi Toi. 1-2, says Matt Duffy, but he's wrapped up in a tackle by Maro Itoje. Bit of obstruction, possibly, but they're going to play on. Out to the back, Rieko Ioane! Rieko Ioane is going to score the first try! Try time for the Blues. He waves to the crowd, put the gas on, and that is a brilliant try. The first try of the match, the first points of the match, through way of a brilliant overlap. Possible that it was obstruction, nonetheless. Rieko Ioane, one of the youngest men on the field, scores the opener.
Unbelievable try there from the Blues. Really coming back from the first few minutes of the game where they were prominently in Lions territory. Really fought back and really got into their own 50 metres and flinged it down the end of the park and scored.
Rieko Ioane. What a try, Rieko Ioane. Bradley Richardson. Talk us through this. It was first set up by, of course, the patience of passing it to your forwards, working a platform, getting them agitated, the Lions in their territory, and then shifting it wide to Rieko Ioane, a great finisher.
Yeah, well, I think that's what this really shows, is that the Lions are going to have to step up their game. They haven't done so already. They're coming up against professional players this week, unlike 4 days ago where they came up against bloody some sheep. They're really going to have to work their asses off to get this one, because the Blues have started hot and they're on fire.
Well, Stephen Perofita, he played for the under-20s last year. He wouldn't have thought when he put on the black jersey then that he'd be playing the British and Irish Lions in a blue jersey not too long after. It's his first kick of the night. About 10 metres out from the touchline, the near touchline, he shanks it. Off to the left, he hooks it. The Blues crowd, they're pretty happy though. It's 5-0. The Lions are down, trailing like it was last week. The first try of the match was scored by the opposition. Lions fans, I'd be scared if I were you.
Of course you would. I mean, if a lion couldn't even eat a sheep.
You're scared of absolutely everything, though.
That's true. 9 minutes gone. Down the throat of Matt Duffy. He finds Perofita. In fact, it's not. It's Scott Scrafton. Stalwart of the Blues team. Coming to the team of late. Augustine Pulu. Looks to clear. He finds Perofita. He fumbles it backwards. Duffy has to scramble upon it. 3 metres out from the line. If they can get a turnover here, the Lions, they're in all shot. But once more, they're going to have another opportunity to clear. Augustine Pulu. Once more, finds some support in the forwards. It was Faumuina. Takes it forward, buying some time. Raynell, not Raynell, it's Azayar. Pascal Gazia, the referee, waves his arms. No one knows what the hell he means by it, but it's cleared anyway. Augustine Pulu. Scrambled upon is Lee Halfpenny. He has some daunting memories of this place. 2011 World Cup final, semi-final rather, against France. Reece Webb tries to milk a penalty, as any good halfback should, but he's playing on as referee Pascal Gazia. Webb finds Jack McGrath. He has his first touch of the game, the big loose head prop. Taken upon now. They're looking flareful, the Lions. It was into the hands of Dan Cole. Now they work it right. It's been all Lions traffic. Unfortunately for them, the Blues had it and scored straight away. Back into this territory. They're 15 metres out, the Lions. Big hit by Dan Cole in the ruck. Bigger. 1-2. He passes it off to Jack Noel. They're 10 metres out now. 5 metres from this near side of the touchline. Looks to shift it left. Courtney Laws has it. He flicks it off. And James Haskell. They move it left now. They've got numbers. The Lions are eschewing once more. And they find their way. Jared Payne is the flag up by the touch judge. It may well be, but in fact they're going to go upstairs. TMO time. Angus Gardner says he didn't have a good look at that. The sponsor of the referees are Specsavers, but I don't think Specsavers could have judged that one because that was close.
Shit, it looked out to me, but you know, my eyes aren't that good either. I didn't bring my glasses today, even though I'm about 5 metres away from a TV screen, and there's zoom in, I still probably won't be able to see what's going on.
Talk us through this, Nick.
Looks like me, he's got the try.
Oh! He's close.
He's out. The foot's gone
just
with the
out.
touch.
Well, it depends what the question is called here. If it was asked that is originally a no try, then they have to have conclusive evidence to overturn it. And likewise, to have a try and conclusive evidence.
You see the
to
foot there's
overturn it.
clearly gone into touch before the ball's been grounded.
I really can't see it, boys. I think this is 50-50. I really think that this could be a try to Jared Payne.
His foot is definitely out before touchdown of the ball.
Yeah, there it is there.
There
You
we
can
go.
see the sock go over the sideline.
Yeah, unless Marius Jonker is going to have a bit of a hard time seeing, I'd assume that we're going to go back for a line out. The Blues are going to have it.
Poor flag.
What an absolute great tackle, though. He's tackled him with one arm and dragged him towards the sideline.
Yeah.
You would have expected Jared Payne to score from there, but
I feel bloody sorry for the flag all the time. You just see it being rattled around all the time in those bloody reviews. And you just feel you can't have. Oh, you just feel bad for them.
here we go. Referee back on screen. The decision's being made.
They're taking their time to talk. So it's interesting here. We're going to go for a line out. The assistant referee, Angus Gardner, he refereed the Barbarians match. He had his hands full that night. Puts his flag up. The Lions have to walk back. And, well, the Blues escape right there. But the brilliance of Rieko Ioane, that was just sensational.
Still, the confidence in the Lions that they're willing to walk to halfway.
Well, you got to do that though. Otherwise, you're pretty much telling the referee you didn't score.
That's true.
True.
Jimmy Parsons, the skipper, throws it to the back. It's lost forward by Scrafton into the hands of the Lions. They're 5 out, but it's a penalty for being offside. Pascal Gazier. Well, this is another get out of jail free card. I must say, yes, it's 5-0, but the Lions have really dominated this first 10 minutes.
Oh, it's deja vu for the Lions here. This is exactly what happened against the Barbars. It's not the start they wanted. The thing is, the Blues are going to be able to put more points in them than the Barbars. They're already 5-0 up and they look threatening with the ball.
Absolute humdinger of a crowd. It reminds me back in the day of the Coliseum when we saw some people get smashed up, Nick. It's a big crowd tonight.
Yeah, well, they're Lions at the
Yeah, it
Coliseum
is.
too.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Just depends who's going to win, the Lion or the other team. Thrown in, Jimmy
Usually
Parsons.
the Lions usually won, but you know.
Jimmy Parsons throws it in. It's as straight as a heterosexual. Nonetheless, it's passed on. It's held up in midfield. Possible maul mounting, but it's gone to ground. The ball's come available.
What a ball.
Passed again, Rieko Ioane. He's been in the game, searching for work, this man. Luatua, his last match here at Eden Park. Gets to the ground. They shift it wide. Absolutely all over the place. Courtney Laws has lost it forward in the tackle, but they're going to play on because the Blues have kicked it clear. Lee Halfpenny runs it out of the 22, puts it into the skies of Auckland, smashes it into the 22 where Matt Duffy has to clean up. He smashes it back down the way, and that's a good kick. That is perfect. Matt Duffy.
Do you think it could be called a raking kick, Jake?
Oh, that was superb.
Yeah, there was a lot of thought that went into that kick. He even showing the build up to it, he really came up to it slow and had a good think about it.
It bounced about 5 centimetres away from the touchline, but you got to put that down to placement rather than just luck.
Yeah, well, it was my fault. It was actually Michael Collins who smoked that one down there. Probably a bit of a fluke, but I'll give it to him anyway.
Is he related to Phil?
Not sure. I haven't asked him. Thrown into the line out, Ken Owens. Both captains of the teams tonight are playing at hooker. And the young adolescents in us will laugh at that, but let's remember this is a game of rugby.
I'm a hooker myself.
Cleared.
You work the corner.
Reece Webb. Now, Duffy finds it. Puts it up into the skies. It's a bit of a game of force back. Shit, that's gone high. It's come down. Lost forward. Then backwards. Oh, it's all over the place. The Lions throw it, intercepted. Again, oh, for God's sake, this is all over the place. I can't keep up with it. But the Lions have it now. And James Haskell goes for a run.
Umped by Lee. No.
Michael Collins, he's all over the show now. The Lions, well, they've made some inroads into this. 30 metres out from the line where they want to be. Jack Noel. He's got some tats on his arm, I'll tell you that. Passes it off to a fellow man in blue headgear, CJ Stander, former under-20s captain of the South African rugby team. When he captained them, he wouldn't have thought that he'd be playing in a Lions jersey. Penalty comes for not rolling away. George Mawala didn't get out of there fast enough. And the arm is in the air by Pascal Gazier. And, well, the Lions, if they want to play smart, this is an easy kick.
Unlucky use.
Was it smart though? Because they did this against the Barbars, and where did that get them?
That's true. They're going to go for the touchline. They want to play. They don't want to come and win this by only kicking the goals. They want to play and score some tries. They kick it into the corner, where Tony Woodcock scored his famous try way back in 2011.
Who would have thought it? Who would have thought?
Tony bloody Woodcock.
Who would have thought?
Stephen Donald did not win us that World Cup. Tony Woodcock
Tony
did.
Woodcock did.
Up the Woodcock.
What a legend.
Thrown into the line out. Maro Itoje takes it down. Some big counter attack there in the maul by the Blues. They finally get it going. It's collapsed. Advantage comes. Possible yellow card for one of them. Darts left, but he goes right as Reece Webb. Is he going to get over the line? He is, but goes backwards for the safety. Need to get it back fast here, the Lions. They're a metre out from the line. Taken quickly is Jack McGrath. Once more, James Haskell takes it forward. A metre back from where they were. Flicked on and Dan Cole. He's about half a metre out now. Taken down, a good tackle by Gerard Cowley Tuioti. Penalty comes though. Pascal Gazier says we'll have a penalty. The Lions can have a think about what they're going to do now.
Wouldn't surprise me if they kick for touch again, although the Blues look solid in defence, which is something you couldn't say about the Lions last week.
Let's be honest, I think this is probably the best defence we've seen from the Blues all season. But this is their game. This is their crowd here out tonight. 40-odd thousand, ranging in between 40. Told to get out of there is Charlie Faumuina. Are they going to make it over the line, the Lions? Not quite. They're told to use it. Cowley Tuioti told to get the hell out of there. And he listens. They're close to the line here. Held at the back. Here, they're going over the line. It's a try. The Lions score it. 17 into the game. It's all drawn up. Try time. And I think that it is CJ Stander. It is, in fact, CJ Stander, the Irishman who played with South Africa, who's now playing in a combined team of 4 nations. CJ Stander scored 6 tries for Ireland in his tenure, but he's now scored 1, his first for the British and Irish Lions. And that's a good old school maul textbook, Nick Van Bar.
Yeah, well, you can't win them all. You know, you just can't win them all. The Lions showed us that you can win them all, but of course they're going to show us that again. And they really did well. Pulled in a lot of numbers and managed to roll the players, the Blues players, off a little bit, and managed to force their way forward just that little bit to score under the post.
Yeah, well, Dan Biggar does the Dan Biggar. Lee Halfpenny has a bit of an opportunity. Top scorer in Lions history for a Test series. Puts it through the sticks, over the crossbar, and they're ahead by 2. The British and Irish Lions. 7 plays 5. Remember to give us a bit of a chat. Brad Richardson is going to be monitoring this chat. Give us a bit of a chin wag, and we'll give you a bit of a shout out. Tell us some jokes. Tell us some anecdotes. We'll always be keen to have a bit of a chin wag with you.
Yeah, we had a good one last week.
Oh, mate, Goblin Honor. He was spinning some yarns. Anyway, goes down the throat of the kickoff of CJ Stander, the try scorer. The Blues. Bit of a neck roll. They're going to play on, says the referee. Scratton, typical number 5. Dirty bastard from Auckland. Just a Jaffa. That's what I call him. Reece Webb. Clears it through over box kick. We're at the halfway line now. Taking down the throat, Michael Collins. Does a bit of a dance. He takes ballet, does Michael Collins. He goes through 1. He gets taken down by Reece Webb. Passes it off to the number 9, Augustine Pulu. They're about 30 metres out the Blues. James Parsons Smoked and a tackle by a halfback of all people, Reece Webb. He's been everywhere tonight. Pulu finds himself in the halfback role again. Finds Kauli Tuioti. Now he finds Pirofita. He's smoked in a tackle by Courtney Laws. Shit, oh dear. He smoked them into next week, I'll tell you that. Pascal Gazier blows his whistle, and it's actually a knock forward by the Blues, but holy shit. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that, I'll tell you that much.
Well, Pascal Gazier has actually missed the call there. The Lions knocked it in trying to come through that ruck, but he seems like he doesn't want to call any bloody knock-ons tonight.
Well, I don't agree with you there because he's actually just called a knock on. Oh, yeah. Well, she was scrappy there, Nick Van Bar. She was almost as scrappy. Oh, I won't say that. That's quite offensive to you.
Oh yeah, thank you, Jake. Yeah, it was a bit of a scrappy play there. You know, not much they could do about it though. Just the luck of the draw, I guess.
Of course, Patrick Tuipulotu, who's supposed to come off the bench, the All Black, but he missed training today. Didn't come on time. Got in a bit of strife for that, and yeah, well, he was dropped, isn't he? So shit. What's your best excuse, lads, for turning up late to training? I mean, if you say your missus was crook, shit, man, you're going to get some heat. But if you say, someone's carked it, someone's kicked the bucket, and you're probably going to get away with it, eh?
No, you're probably still going to get some heat. I mean, you're going to a bloody funeral. You're meant to be at training, you bloody wanker.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the Lions, for God's sakes. Who cares if your mum died?
Yeah, bloody hell, you're playing the Lions tonight. How about that?
Exactly.
Anyway, we've got time off. The Blues 5, the Lions 7. I need a pee, but I'm going to hold on till half time. 20 minutes. I trained tonight with former All Black Zach Guilford at FMG Stadium, Waikato boys.
No need to toot your own horn, eh?
He's a bit of a freak, that guy. As these boys are out here, professional athletes. I tell you. They're a special breed, aren't they?
Are they professional freaks or professional athletes?
I don't think they get paid for being freaks. Lee Halfpenny, looks like his contacts come out, and it looks like the referee has actually pulled out a set of contacts from his pocket, seeing as though he's sponsored by Specsavers. They're at the ready.
He should have gone to bloody Specsavers.
Yeah, well,
wouldn't have had this problem.
They're at the ready. That's good. That's good by the referees. Good by the referees' sponsors, and they're really, really getting it. Are they? Pascal Gazier, the referee, Matthew Raynell. We haven't seen much of him. Former fellow Frenchman, Angus Gardner, the Australian, and Marius Yonka, the South African, the TMO. Well, it's been a hiss and a roar start to this match, boys, but let's be honest, the Lions have really dominated.
Yeah, they have, but you don't see the Blues. No point writing off the Blues yet. They're still quite in this. I mean, Sonny Bill Williams is on the field. I think he needs to pull off a famous shirt removal to really pump this crowd up behind them.
I agree. I was actually at that game. I was in the toilet at the time. I was thinking, oh shit, I've actually missed a try. I run out to see what's going on, but no, Sonny Bill Williams has his shirt off. Strange happenings. Time is back on.
I'd rather see that than a try.
At Eden Park. Yeah, well, for those that are straight and bat just for the one team. But of course, it is acceptable to bat for both teams and have a bit of variety in your life. Of course, there's the old adage: "You're not a man till you've been with a man." I'm not a man. I don't think that's my cup of tea.
I don't think I want to be initiated just yet.
Reece Webb to feed the scrum. Blues, well, I've got 30 kgs on their counterparts. Put the shunt in. They should go to ground pretty early. I think the Blues should have got a penalty there. It comes to the back. CJ Stunder finds Dan Bigger. He kicks it down into the throat of Michael Collins. Into the 22, and he clears it. Probably going out. Yes, it is. Possible quick throw opportunity. It does so. It does. You're right, winger Elliot Daly. Left winger Elliot Daly pass it into Reece Webb. He's knocked it down deep into the 22. Matt Duffy has to clean up. He takes it himself. He's in danger zone now, but he clears away into somewhat safety, but only safe for a little while because it is inside the 22. About 20 metres out. The Lions will get another opportunity to attack this line.
Yeah, there was nothing much he could do there. He had to throw it to himself and make a bit of a clearance. He did well under pressure. The Lions are sprinting up to try and stop play.
Thrown in. Does Ken Owens. Bit messy there. Maro Watoja takes it down. Now goes to the number 12, centre. To quarter. Robbie Henshaw. Takes it down. Once more, we see some time wasting through way of giving it to the forwards. Courtney Laws takes it up. He's played many times here at Eden Park against the All Blacks. Turned over now. In fact, it wasn't. Gone to ground off a tackle, going for the Lions. So they'll get the feed to the scrum. 5 plays 7. Here at Eden Park. CJ Stunter, he's a bit of a beast, isn't he? You really wouldn't want to meet him down a dark alley.
No, he's a bit of a unit, hey? Yeah, you really wouldn't. You really wouldn't.
He's kind of built like a brick shithouse, isn't he?
He looks like he could bench you.
Yeah, that's with ease.
Oh,
I was actually looking at Alan DeMalmonch's PB. He sets the record for the Waikato Rugby Union. 220 kgs on the bench. My God, that man.
How does the man do it?
Has some strength. Of course, Alan DeMalmonch played alongside Jared Payne back in the day for the Waikato team.
I'd just like to wish at DMC luck he's got tickets to the Lions match without his wife knowing.
Oh shit,
Oh,
mate!
hell.
Well, can you explain what's going on there, mate? Because what's your plan? How are you gonna, are you gonna go very stealthy? You're not gonna have a sign because, my God, mate, you're gonna get in some serious trouble.
Serious
trouble.
Absolute serious trouble, mate.
I'm
I'm not married, but should I know from experience?
Yeah, give it some. Can you elaborate on that, please? ADAT DMC. As we watch the scrum go down, it's actually penalised, and the Lions will get a penalty going down. In fact, I think that's wrong. The tight head prop, Ken Owens, resting his arm on offer Tuangafasi, kind of enabling Tuangafasi to look bad, and he then, of course, goes down. A trip talk by Kane Hames, actually. Third most test point scorer for Wales. 619 points is Lee Halfpenny, and he's going to knock it over the sticks. Probably through the sticks, to be honest, and over the crossbar.
You never know, his contact lens might be playing up on him.
That's true.
You're really seeing 50 of them. No, it's through the middle.
Through the middle, they extended by 3, which is now a 5-point buffer. 5 points, the difference. The Blues, 5, the Lions, 10. Halfpenny knocks it through. The penalty goal right in front of the sticks. 25 gone. We got 15 less in the first half, and then I can have some sea salt copper kettle chips. I know, I'm looking forward to it. Down the throat of CJ Stunner. He fends off one. Goes into Scranton, the Ginger Ninja. And that's a collision and a half. Reece Webb kicks it deep and finds way Michael Collins. He finds Stephen Luatua. In fact, it's actually Akira Ioane. More of a defence-orientated player tonight. Pulu shifts it right. We're right in midfield, right on halfway now. Once more, kick through. Stephen Pirofita, the Wellington man. Taken down as Jared Payne with his long white skins underneath. He's staying warm.
Yeah, well, what's the point of staying cold?
It's true. It's true.
That's a good point.
Reece Webb, he fires it. Shit, man, that's kicked into the skies. Probably crossed a horizontal plane of touch. Come down the throat of Rieko Ioane. He's a young man, as Rieko Ioane. Almost illegal for him to drink a neck of bloody some alcohol. I'll tell you that much. The Ginger Ninja once more takes it forward to the 10-metre line of their own territory. Scrafton, they move it back. Pirofita kicks it now into the 22 of the Lions' territory.
Find some space with that kick.
Bigger inside zone 22. Safe as houses, puts it over the touchline. Have we heard too much? Anything back from ADAT DMC?
All he said is use more colourful language and at the pub. So I'm not quite sure how that's relevant. But
well, if he's at the pub, then shit, mate. Have one for us, each of us. Myself, Jacob Flaherty, Brad Richardson, Nick Van Bar.
Should just have one for every viewer here, listening to us. I mean, you're going to be you're going to be in a lot of shit when you get home anyway, so may as well make the most of it.
Damn straight. Penalty off the line out. Courtney Laws has done something stupid. Now he's firing it up. He's getting angry as Courtney Laws. He's also someone you wouldn't want to mess with. He's big. He's intimidating, obstructing a jumper. He's probably. Oh no, I won't say that.
You'd probably be seeing stars after. If you get on the wrong side of that man.
Probably. Oh, what a kick! What a kick! What a kick indeed. I don't know how that's happened. That the Lions have got the throw in, but nonetheless, it's actually a 60-metre kick from the Blues. They smoke it down, and it dribbles into touch, and we'll have a line out 5 metres out from the Lions line in their own territory, of course.
Well, Jack, you've just received your compliment of today. Alan Victor King has referred to you as Chopper Reid because all you do is whinge, whinge, whinge.
Whinge, whinge, whinge.
No, well, Chopper Reid burns people's toes off with a blowtorch and cuts them off with bolt cutters. So he's not a whinger, he's a doer.
Well, I apologise for that. And Parsons throws it in. They get it. Bit of a line-out move to the Blues. They take it down. 5 metres out the Blues. Is it going? It's a turnover. What a play by the Blues. It was no maul, but it's a turnover nonetheless. The Lions, well, they're going to get out of jail here. Although I'd like to have my whinge at that. Here, it should be Blues ball. Nonetheless, the Lions have it. Mauro Itoje, well, he's spinning some yarns to his opposition, really firing them up. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, well, that was the wrong call, and Stephen Luatua was not happy about it. He was more fired up than a bloody Bunsen burner at St John's College.
That's true. Get them cranking in the classrooms. Probably going to be illegal soon, as the Bunsen burners. They're pretty intense for some young school kids, lads.
What do you think they're going to be replaced by? I saw assault rifles in one primary school today.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. We'll talk about it soon at the next break and play because Reece Webb puts it into the scrum. The Blues are a nuisance. They get a penalty to the Lions. And shit, man, they're pumped up like a bouncy castle. Matthew Raynell.
They are fizzing like a phantom.
Well, the Blues are getting hard done by at these scrums because it seems as though the Lions are going down first, but I don't think Pascal has actually got his right eye contact, and so he can't actually see what the Blues are doing.
Surely he's going to chuck them in at halftime. He's probably got new ones to chuck in at halftime, seeing as though, of course, he's sponsored by Specsavers. We're really giving the sponsors a good rap. Oh, yeah, no, hold on. Fair enough. Put under pressure was Charlie Farmer winner by Jack McGrath. Well, you wouldn't want to be caught in the sandwich of that scrum. My God.
That looked intense.
You'd be flatter than
your missus.
The pancakes I had for breakfast.
No, you'd be flatter than a possum on Road Road, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, damn straight. Go F yourself, Sky. Yeah, straight up. Loving the chat. Loving the banter. And loving the arms waving by the referee, Pascal Gazia. Puts his arm in the air by way of the Blues. A lot of penalties being spun around, a lot of stoppages. 8 penalties so far in the match. We've only had 30 minutes gone. Pedofita kicks it into touch. They can have another line out, the Blues. Obstruction after the line out, won by, of course, the Lions.
Well, ADAT thinks it was fizzing like a Fanta, but I think we're more of a Coke fans here, aren't we?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jared Payne, he's pointing at the Blues, steering them out. Don't point, son, it kills fairies. Teach your kids that, boys.
Some of those boys there in the Blues look like they actually bleed blue.
That's true.
I'm not joking.
That's true, especially Scott Scratton.
It's a real fight now. It's Crips versus Bloods. I mean, it's going hard.
I don't think it's quite that, but
taken off the line out and it's lost from the Blues. Now they're looking to get the hell out of here. And they do so. Reece Webb, box kick. Smashes the shit out of it. And it's Michael Collins. Goes for a bit of a jink, a jive. Puts a goose step in. He's looking good. The Blues still have it. About 45 metres out from their line. They fling it wide now. Working it to this near touch line. They've lost some massive metres. Sonny Bill Williams has to scramble after a bad pass. Now they're about 60 out from their line. Augustine Pulu The rush defence of the Lions is really getting to them. Luatua offloads and Ofatunga Fasi takes it down. They work it again, the Blues. Cleared away possibly. It does by Stephen Perofita. He's playing pretty solid tonight. And they get a penalty anyway, the Blues. Pretty important, but the ninth penalty of the match, 32 gone. Well, he's liking his whistle as Pascal Gazour.
Just getting back to that Crips Blues thing, I mean, this thing's probably split in South Auckland in two. I mean, they're probably going to have massive shoot-ups tonight, but I think they'll just partner up and probably threaten a few dairy owners instead.
Yeah, well, I'd be locking my doors and shutting my windows if I owned a corner store in South Auckland tonight.
Oh, you would do.
Almost inverts the ball with that punt. And
well, if you're inverting the ball, isn't it just the same way up? Because it's symmetrical?
no, I was meaning it, turning it inside out, invert.
Oh.
That's what invert means, isn't it? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Jimmy Parsons. He looks like a character you'd see off the Teletubbies. He's probably the most like-minded, like-looking person to Humpty Dumpty on the field. And he's waving...
You truly are a horrible person, eh?
He's waving his arms around, trying to get the call. Luatua gives him it. And he's going to throw it in. They take it down the Blues. Not contested by the Lions. Quickly rushed up in defence is the Lions, but it's okay. Gibson takes it down. They flick it wide quickly to the Blues. Stabbed away with a grubber kick. You don't see them enough, the grubber kick. The Lions have it again. 22 of their own territory. Dan Cole stands next to the ruck. Pretends he's doing something good, but he's not. Just like any prop is. Whacked away, Elliot Daly. And now Michael Collins at the back. Has a little jink, a jive, a dart. Boys, these are...
A running dart?
Yeah, a running dart, that's for sure. It's a smoke-free venue, Eden Park. If you're going there for the remainder of the test matches, please don't bring your darts. Sonny Bill Williams, offload. Signature, vintage offload by Sonny Bill Williams. Now it's in the hands of George Moala. They take it forward. They make 20 metres to the Blues. I'm getting a sore throat from talking so much. Stephen Luatua. Bit of a different way of sore throat to what Nick has. He gets it from something else. Stab through, Jared Payne.
You're a true dick, eh?
Jared Payne off to Reece Webb. His hamstring will be warm tonight after all those punts. He's got oodles of time. Does Rico Ioane, and he puts it over the touchline. Actually, no, he doesn't. Horrible kick. And now the Lions have it. Smoked to the tackle.
Oh, they're
Picked up by the Blues. They're going to go all the way. What a try. This is outstanding. Smoked in a tackle. Ball cut loose into the hands of Rico Ioane. He's gone 60-odd metres. Try time to the Blues.
Oh, what an absolute opportunistic try. And with that, surely the Blues are going to take the lead into half-time. But we're going upstairs. Time is off.
That was awkward. That was more awkward than a heterosexual and a homosexual bar. Matthew Raynell.
Jake, we don't need to hear about your weekend, eh? You can just keep that to yourself if you want.
Each to their own, Nick. Marius Jonker called upon for the second time of the match. My God, lads, what a try that is. Nick Van Bar, I'll get you to talk through this while I have a few swallows to get my throat back. And you can talk through this possible try. This is outstanding.
I thought you had a sore throat from swallowing, but anyway.
So possible offside here. So you've kicked it. Now this is interesting, Bradley Richardson. This is very, very interesting.
Well, I think he is offside there.
So what's happened is kicked down about 50 metres, then into the hands of a Lions player. He's run 5 metres, which is then puts everyone else back onside, unless the Blues player didn't make an effort to get back. So, however, it's been ruled upon he's offside, although, to be honest, I think it is a hairy one. It'll be talked about through all the referee meetings across the world after this.
I'm pretty sure that was a fair call. I mean, it was a bit of messy play at first glance. But yeah, if the Blues did get away with that would have really caused some uproar on the Lions' behalf, and I think it's a good call from the ref.
Brad Richardson, do you know what's going on? Because I'm lost.
Yeah, well, they're trying to find the mark for the kick, but it was taken inside the 22, and Pascal Gazette's given it to them on the 10-metre line.
Yeah, this is...
I think he's got about 50-50 in the middle. Oh no, they're still marching. They've walked the length of the field.
They have. They've seriously walked the length. Oh, for God's sake. This is ridiculous.
It's not even where it was kicked from.
Well, this is outstanding, isn't it?
The Lions need another 10 metres.
I think the TMO is just saying 3 paces to the left, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're 4 minutes out from half-time. 10 penalties so far in the match. And it'll be interesting, this scrum. The Lions have the upper hand. Now, the dominant scrum, so you won't see anything too bad here. Unless the Blues are trying to do something stupid. The Blues are playing well, let's be honest. They're a team that probably not many people would have thought would be able to put out this performance. Reece Webb goes to the blind side. He founds Jack Noel to his right. They go down now. They're going to look to work it. Stunder finds Itoje. Over the ball, straight away Luatua, but he doesn't win it. Cleared off it. They do win it. Holding on. Steve Luatua, sensational. Bradley Richardson, what a jackal.
Oh, that's an it was actually a double jackal, or triple jackal actually. Oh, there's a fight. Scuffle breaks out.
Bit of buffo here.
Why does no one just punch someone? Get it over and done with quickly.
Bloody oath, what's this push and shove shit about?
Well, shit, oh dear. There's people held by the scruff of the neck. The cops aren't coming on, so it can't be that bad.
The whole team's out there pretty much. 2 teams going hard at it.
3.5 to come. Jeremy Parsons gathering his troops around, trying to say, look lads, sort your shit out and let's go. Pascal Gazier, he's stamping this out early. He has a chat to the 2 captains, saying in his own little accent, saying, boys, that is enough. Penalty anyway.
Is it enough, or does it add to the game?
I think it's a spectacle.
Mr. Bean has a bit of a march downfield again.
Yeah, referee Mr. Bean. Peter Fita, under 20s last year, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Good player, and he's playing very well tonight. Bit of a surprise selection. He pumps it into touch. Good raking kick. Very surprising selection of him, and he's really proving it was a good call. Line out. James Parsons to throw. Puts the ball in the air as Drizzle comes down on Eden Park. It's been a glorious day in Auckland. The penalised are the Lions for being a bunch of idiots. And probably it's just a bit of pent-up emotion. Pascal Gazier, that the French aren't in the Lions outfit. Of course, the 4 Nations. Kicked. Not out. Peter Fita. He doesn't do well there. Elliot Daly pumps it back down to the Blues, and that's not out either. Akira Ioane finds Augie Pulu. Bit of a stab. It's into no man's land. Is he going to get the ball back? No, he's not. Quickly whipped away, and Lee Halfpenny has it now. Now it's starting to rain. It is starting to come down here at Eden Park. Reece Webb finds some support. Dan Cole taken down on the halfway metre line, 10 metres out from the far touch line. And he's going to box kick it, make use of these conditions, is Reece Webb. Up into the sky. Huge kick, not making many metres. Taken back by the Lions. And now it's all over the show. She's scrappy. The Blues have it. Inside the 22. Taken inside the 22 by the Lions. They've got the ruck and the security of a kick on the full. Augie Pulu stabs it through. A little bit of a box grubber kick. Smoked in a tackle as Reece Webb. CJ Stunner gets the offload. He's taken down. Reece Webb again. James Haskell. Webb finds support and bigger. In fact, it's Sexton. There was a return. And he's taken down. It wasn't a clean catch. They'll play on. It's an incorrect call by the referee. He's given a mark, but he shouldn't have. And it's How he's blown. Also, he doesn't know what the hell he's on about. Not 10 metres. They're going to get a furthermore free kick. And bad call by the referee. Well, it was Michael Collins. He called the mark, but unfortunately he didn't take the kick cleanly. So unfortunately, mate, you've cocked that one up. Anyway, we all make mistakes. Halfpenny takes it down of a massive kick. Grub it into the 22 and cleared away by the Blues.
We've seen a few grubbers today, haven't we, Jake?
We have. It's been
It's
sensational.
been great.
Johnny Sexton, he has it. Pumps it back down. Back to the game of force. Back we go. Peter Fita, he takes it outside of his 22. Flings it now. Sonny Bill Williams. He has numbers. Rico Ioane has a bit of a jink and jive. Wrapped up by Robbie Henshaw. Read like a book. We're in referee's time now. 40 minutes comes up on the clock. Augie Pulu on 50-metre line. He looks to go right, but then goes left. Akira Ioane takes it. Augie Pulu again. They're down by 5. 10 plays 5 here. Probably want some 3, 5 or 7 points before they go to the break. They're going to have a crack at it. Akira Ioane. Over the ball goes the Lions, but cleared off. 40 metres from the line. Ofatuanga Fasi takes it down. Backwards in the play. Akira Ioane goes for a dart. He's broken one. Taken down. He's made about 10 metres there. Good inroads here. 7th phase comes up. Pulu. They work it to the backs. Peter Fita draws one and works it. Pulu. They go the same way. They go right. Do they have the numbers? They don't have the passes. It's gone backwards there. Scrafton. Your big men out in the backs. Pulu. Again, 10th phase comes up. High tackle. High tackle. Penalty comes. And what an opportunity for the Blues to take 3. Narrow the gap to 2. And, well, how about that, Nick Van Bar?
Brilliant opportunity there for the Blues, but really, really bad.
Really, there's been a heightened thing about head-on tackles. That was probably close to a yellow card, to be honest. Hugely close to a yellow card nowadays. Probably would have gone unpenalised last year, but that's a yellow card. Pascal Gazier, well, I'm not convinced about him at the moment. I'm not convinced. He's not having the greatest of games. Maybe it's the conditions. Maybe it's because he's French. I'm not racist, but I just said it anyway. Yeah, if anyone does get offensive, I'm not racist. I just don't like them. That's my reasoning. 0% Stephen Perofeta. He's only had 1 attempt though. It was reasonably hard. Somewhat symmetrical on the other side of the field. Just a little bit more of an angle backwards, which will help him out. It's raining now. He kicks it up. Hits the upright. Now it's bouncing. The Blues have it though. They lose it forward. And, well, are we going to go to the TMO again?
Sonny Bill is claiming
a try. And we may go to the TMO, we do. 3rd time of the match. We go to the TMO. Marius Jonker, a possible loss forward first by the Blues. If it was knocked back by the Lions, then I'd assume that Sonny Bill Williams will take the 2nd try of the Blues and they'll go ahead of the Lions for the half-time. What an opportunity.
It'll be great close to this first half.
What an absolute play from that kick.
What a follow-up.
I feel that if they really get away with this try, it'd be quite an unbelievable achievement there from the Blues to come out of the first half with a win.
Brad, talk us through what you're seeing.
We can't quite see if the Blues have knocked it on yet, but Sonny Bill Williams has definitely got the grounding first. It looks as though it's come back off a Lions player, has hit it towards his own team, but it's failed miserably, and then Williams comes through. Here's a better angle.
I must say, I think this is backwards from the Lions.
Oh, it's straight off the Lions' hand.
I think it's backwards from the Lions. I think we might be looking at a try. I think we might be looking at 12-10 at half-time. What happened last week? Who was in front at half-time?
The Barbars.
The mighty sheep. This is outstanding, gentlemen. This is outstanding. The Blues playing some very opportunistic rugby. Let's be honest, the structure is all Lions. They're playing the good rugby. But the Blues, well, shit, oh dear. Oh, flip a coin, yeah, Marius Jonker.
We're just watching.
Well, the Blues player appears as though he's caught it, but it's been hit out of his hands.
Well, I tell you, I can't see this. I don't know if Marius Jonker can. Flip a coin. Now we look to the grounding. We look to the grounding. This may indicate the possibility of no knock on.
The grounding's fine.
Definitely got the groundings.
Grounding's
It's
fine.
Sonny Bill Williams. 100% has the grounding. Marius Jonker. He finishes his look. The arm is to his ear. Pascal Gazier listening to Marius Jonker. What's he going to do? This is a huge call in the game. Right in front of the sticks. Pascal Gazier. He's going to say, well, he doesn't know quite what's happening. It looks positive. It looks positive. It is positive. The Blues score the try. Sonny Bill Williams equalises it. And the Blues crowd is going off like a bride's nightie.
Holy shit, the Lions could be in for their first loss of the tour in the second match. Who would have expected this? But you'd back the Blues more to hold on to a lead than you would the Barbars.
That's true.
They've got that depth and that professionalism to keep it there.
He makes it 1 from 3. Stephen Perofeta, they go to the shed. Sonny Bill Williams is happy. Eden Park is more happy. It's half time here. And like last week, the visitors are going down past at half time. It's 12 to the Blues, 10 to the Lions. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the second half. Stay with us. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. 12 plays 10 at the halftime break as the Lions make their way back out onto Eden Park to contest this last 40 minutes of the second match of this Lions tour. Jacob Flaherty in your commentary box with Brad Richardson and Nick Van Bar with a bit of alternate commentary. Nick, he's we'll wait for him. He's munching on some chips. Play on, says Matthew. Pascal Rayner. Oh God, I'm all over the place. Down the throat. We'll play from now. Down the throat is CJ Stunder. Reece Webb. He's been everywhere tonight, as any halfback should be. Box kick. He clears it down. We're into it. Bounce is awkward for Akira Ioane. Bounces into Michael Collins' hands. He runs for 20 metres. Taken down eventually when he meets the line of attack. Of defence, rather. The Blues. 45 metres out from scoring another one. Augie Pulu off to Luatua. Not making any major metres. They go to the backs now. Flicked wide. A bit of a loopy pass. Now into the hands of Matt Duffy. What can he do? He keeps it in. Flirting with the touchline. Pedofita hasn't really had the pill in terms of attack tonight. Sort of marshalling the troops around the field with his kicks. Lions get a flyer. And some pressure is mounted. The Blues still have it though in the 8th phase. Off at Tuangafasi. In fact, it was Charlie Faumuina. They're close enough. Penalty. The Blues get the penalty. 40 metres out on the 40 metre line. 10 metre line rather. 15 out from the near touch line. This is a possible kick opportunity. Conditions and all, Brad. What are your thoughts?
Well, this is exactly how the Blues wanted to start. It looks as though it's stopped raining, but I can't quite see without my glasses on. Should have gone to Specsavers, but the Blues have decided to kick the touch. They want this try. Nick, how brave are they?
They're pretty brave. I don't know which team we're talking about at the moment.
I just say how the Blues, how brave are they?
Oh, the Blues. Oh, well, they're bloody brave. They're really going hard at it. And I feel that the weather will be benefiting them in a way because they are used to a bit of drizzle. It is Auckland, so, you know.
Well, we've just seen something interesting come up, saying someone's a double All Black for cricket and rugby, but that doesn't make any sense.
Bit of a line-out move the Blues play. Although it was read like a book by the Lions, snapped up. James Parsons at the back of the ruck. Takes it forward for the first phase, mounted. Augustine Pulu screaming at his men to get their fat asses in the ruck. He passes it off. He finds Gerard Kali Tuioti on the verge of being given an opportunity with the All Blacks maybe at the end of the year. Once more again. Pulu right in midfield, 10 metres out from the line. Now they surge. They're 5 metres out now, the Blues. They've come out with a hiss and a roar. Held up as James Parsons. They get the ball back. They shift it left quickly. Over the line possibly as Kali Tuioti. Not quite. A metre out. They flick it left. Over the line. Over the line goes Rieko Ioane. Is it a try? They're going to go to the TMO once more. He's looking happy. And he's looking happy for a possible double try.
The crowd member, the kid in the crowd was not happy with a big old F off to the referee, but I don't blame him because he's absolutely having a mare.
Oh, I tell you, I mean, if Ioane got this try, it's going to be unbelievable for him. I mean, for one of the youngest guys on the team, he's really showing his worth and showing how to play and really setting the benchmark for the players. As we see the ref and the linesman.
The linesman.
Have a chat, have a bit of a
flagman,
chinwag.
maybe.
Have a bit of a chinwag.
What's your preference to call them?
He's pretty happy, is Rieko Ioane. Let's remember, he immediately thought pretty happy of it. I wasn't convinced. I thought it looked awkward from the first glance.
To be 100% honest, I thought that pass was going out.
I thought it was a shit pass.
I thought it was pretty shit too, but that's how Blues have scored their tries tonight. Here we go.
Fired off was Jack
Foot's
Noble.
in the air. He's out.
He's out.
Foot's out. And it is just centimetres from the ball placement.
Well, it's actually like a metre
Centimetres
away,
before.
the foot and the ball.
No, centimetres before the ball
Yeah, he's
got placed.
definitely out. Maris Jonker, that's an easy decision for him.
But he's had a few easy decisions and he has cocked them up. So, but he calls the right one this time and disallows the try.
Much to the amusement of Rico Ioane. He didn't get anyone there. Unfortunately, he was writing a cheque he could not bank. It was Rico Ioane. Matthew Raynell puts his flag up, his arm out, does the hula hula, and tells
And
Ken
screams
Owens
and shouts.
to get ready. He throws in. They need to clear this, the Lions. Taken down by Itoje. Contested by the Blues, rather. They really need to get it now. Messy maul. Just where it is. Box kick by
Boxy!
Reece Webb. And that's
It's
into touch.
Just
Not-
outside the 22, not a great kick.
Not a great kick at all. Conditions, they've improved, Nick Van Baal.
Yeah, they have. The rain started to clear. Skies are starting to open up a bit, and we're starting to see a bit of a brighter sky, even though it's night time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I'll pretend to. Ioane takes it from a line out on the charge, on the burst as they like to call it. Augustine Pulu on the 22 metre line. It's been one-way traffic nowadays. Backdoor to Sonny Williams. He takes it forward, about 18 metres out the Blues. Can they do it again? God, this is exciting. But it's lost forward, right when I say it, lost forward. It's been one-way traffic, similar to what the Lions were playing like in the first half. What a start by the Blues, lads.
Oh, they come out playing the better team. They're actually dominating them. The Lions just really haven't had any answers yet.
I bet you Tana Umaga gave him a clip around the ears and the
Bit of a
sheds.
belting. Whipped him with his dreadlocks. Shit, that's a fine piece of hair Tana Umaga has.
If you're on
Oh,
Twitter, make sure you give us a follow at Pajama NZ. Of course, we've got some coverage on social media of our time here with the tour. Once every 12 years, we get excited for this thing. And shit, there's a bit of a buzz around New Zealand, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's gone off recently in New Zealand. It's always a good challenge when the Lions come out, and we hear that a lot from everyone. It's good to see all the support from the people of New Zealand, and really nice to see a challenge being set.
Reece Webb clears it, gives it to Lee Halfpenny. They try to run it from their own line. They do so well. They're about just outside the 22 now. Flick it left to Itoje. Sealing the ball over is Stander and Dan Cole, but no. Attempt to join the ruck from the Blues will play on. Box kicked. Rico Ioane. What can he do now? Taken forward to the line of defence, taken down by Stander. He's been everywhere tonight, CJ Stander. Passed into touch. Not good from the Blues.
Just a bit of sloppy play, not what they needed, although not quite in Lions territory, so they've still got some room to work with on defence. Hopefully they can get another mistake out of a very better Lions team than what we saw last Saturday night.
Yeah, they were scrappy. They were average. And they played like they'd only been in the country for 2.5 days, and that was the case. It really showed.
Jake, you're starting to sound like an Italian drug lord, from the mafia. Yeah, really losing your voice there, mate.
I am excited. I am excited for this. The Lions take it down. Robbie Henshaw. Quick ball by Reece Webb. Finds way. He
Thumped in a tackle by Parsons.
damn straight. He smashes his opposition number. Now loop around. Jack Nowell. The English rugby player. Webb finds Laws. Shit, he's a big man. They call him Daddy Longlegs. Sexton finds some support with Haskell. Haskell's thumped. And off for Tuanga Fasi. Takes him back in the tackle. Now Grubber kicked forward. As the drizzle comes down here at Eden Park. What a kick. What a superb kick. That's going to put the Blues under pressure.
Yeah, well, the Blues lineup hasn't been functioning the greatest today, so they're going to need to get this one right and kick the shit out of that ball downfield.
Well, of course, yes, a thumping tackle by James Parsons. Shit, he's been everywhere. In fact, it's not James Parsons. It's it's been I think it was Jared Kelly Toyote and James Jared Payne. He's coming off, getting a bit of attention to his leg. Well, he won't be liking that. Certainly in this second match of the tour, early in the tour.
Sure, a concrete pill will fix him.
That's true. Bunnings Warehouse have them going. Scratton, the Ginger Ninja, takes it off the line out. Take it through by James Parsons. He goes for a break. He's gone 40 metres. He puts it on the left foot.
He's still going.
He's eventually taken down by Jack Noel. Got a raw win up by the crowd. Stephen Pedofita. He puts a grubber kick through. And now it's have to be scrambled upon by Liam Williams. The Blues are looking hot. Reece Webb looking for some structure, some composure. The ball's definitely out. And he's gonna... Oh, that was frustrating for Sonny Bill Williams. He thought the ball was out, but then held back. Box kick. Now the Blues have it. Stephen Pedofite didn't know what way to go, but eventually went in to the line of defence. The Lions once more on the defence, on the rebound. Looks to go left, then goes right, then goes left as Augustine Pulu. He finds some support.
It's an overlap.
After the tackle, it's an overlap. We've got Akira Ioane on the outside. And back inside to Matt Duffy. He can't control it.
Shit, I thought that came off his foot, but the play's on. It's been raked downfield, but they're going to come back to the line for the scrum to the Lions.
Matt Duffy, he'll be angry with that.
Oh, so close for the Blues on that try. It was a bit of a Hail Mary from Augustine Pulu. The Lions looked offside, but it wasn't called. Akira Ioane almost made the break. It was 1-on-1, but Matt Duffy couldn't finish it.
Unlucky for the Blues there. Still a little bit messy play. I mean, it is hard when you're scrambling upon the ball like that, especially in the moment. And when you're versing the Lions, they're never going to give you a break.
Well, Akira Ioane, he had a bit of a break in that, but James Parsons, don't you love it when a hooker gets a full head of steam up and puts the toe to the bloody floor?
It's the new bloody Dane Coles, I tell you.
It's fair to say I see shades of myself in him.
Yeah, of course. Brad Richardson, a hooker himself, captain of a team as well last year, captain of the under-65s. They play on, lost forward with the Lions, into touch. They'll get an opportunity. Akira Ioane winds Jack Noel up, and my God, Eden Park is pretty happy about that. The Blues, feisty. Half an hour to go in the match. Jack Noel makes a cock up, and geez Louise.
That's not an error you want to make. Akira Ioane slaps him on the head and
Good clip around the ears there.
rubbing salt into the wounds.
Ehio West comes on. Stephen Pedofita comes off, much to the delight of the Eden Park crowd. He gets clapped off. Well done, and great game from him. Solid performance. Ehio West. He'll be very annoyed that didn't get the opportunity to play 10, but nonetheless he's out there in the last half hour of this game.
Yeah, well, we just had a comment that the Barbars played better. I'd highly debate that. This is certainly a level up from that game from both the Lions and the Blues.
I probably agree with it, but Brad and I get feisty quite often at a time. So yeah, no worries.
I'm going to take that. Barbars are a bloody good team.
Feeds the scrum. Pulu comes off 8-9. Luatua. Now Sonny Bill Williams, crash ball in midfield. 20 metres out from the line, the Blues. Sort of on the halfway line. Penalty comes. Not clearing. Yeah, I think it was Johnny Sexton. Didn't get out of there fast enough. The Blues. Well, easy kick for Ehio West.
Do they want to take it?
Would they want to do it? They do. They're going to
Shot
take
called.
it and push it out to a 5-point buffer, the Blues, if they can get it over.
We've seen a lot of penalties in this game. It does show us the emotion that's going into this game as well, and how the players are willing to take risks. What's your thoughts, Brad?
Well, Jake, just a question about that law recently. Are you allowed to come diving in and knock the ball out of a halfback's hand?
Well, no, it depends. I mean, if you're going for the ball in terms of you want the possession of it, it's pretty clear and obvious that's coming that way. Play on, but you can't deliberately knock the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. Since it is law,
That's
it's
true.
hard not to agree with you. But if you're Justin Marshall, you probably would find a way.
Ehio West, his first chance to put his name on the score sheet, get his name in the paper tomorrow. The Ginger Ninja himself looks to the posts.
The Rangatarian.
He puts it up, possibly shanks it, but he puts it through, flirting with the left upright. Anyway, we're at 15 points to 10. The Blues get a penalty goal, and we change the scoreboard. It's 15 plays 10. The Blues. Ehio West, 3 points to his name, and we've got 27 minutes to play. Of course, follow us on Instagram at Pajama. Subscribe, like, do all that kind of shit. I mean, it's free.
We don't charge you yet.
It won't hurt you.
I mean, why the hell not? We've got to get that plug in by the marketing team. They'll kick us up the arse if we don't.
Well, I am the marketing team.
The Blues clear it off the kick-off after a phase. They put it out. Sweating like a gypsy with a mortgage is Augustine Pulu. And some substitutions, Bradley Richardson possibly coming on very shortly.
Yeah, I can't quite see the numbers because I'm on the other side of the field, but I assume it's 3 players coming on and 3 will come off. But one of the players is being held back by the water boy. I'm not quite sure what that's about.
Probably wants his autograph.
Number 20's on. That's Peter O'Mahony.
O'Mahony.
Thank you. Joe Marler looks like he's coming on. And James Haskell, number 6, comes off. He's had a bit of a mixed performance today. And Joe Marler is definitely on. With that god-awful haircut. Shit, he needs to find a barber and find one quickly. And off trotting comes Jack McGrath. Surprised he can still run. The big fat man.
Yeah, big performance by Jack McGrath.
Was that a pun? Because he's big.
You can take it any way you'd like to, Bradley.
That's
Not
not big.
Mate, you could say the same about Charlie Faumuina, but that they put all the effort into the game.
Taking off the line out. The Lions. They mount a maul. Got a bit of a stutter there. Just getting a bit excited that we have a maul going. They've got a head of steam up now. They're working it forward. Advantage comes as well for collapsing. They've got some security here. Cross kick comes. They put it up like something you'd see in rugby league. Take it in the air, and this is a possible penalty for sure. There was no way at all that the Lions player could ever get to that ball. He's taken your Blues player, Michael Collins, in the air. Actually, it was Matt Duffy. He's on the ground. Angus Gardner's got a word to say to Pascal Gazier. And, well, shit, oh dear, lads, we may be seeing a yellow card. And if that's the case...
Game set and match the Blues. Does a foul play override the original penalty?
Yes, it does.
Thank you. I'm loving that.
Marius Jonker, he's got his hands full tonight. Aaron Patterson didn't last week. He had no calls. In fact, he was asked where the time was up. Take a look at this, Brad.
Oh, he's clearly taken him around the head too. That's got to be a yellow.
Yep.
Made no attempt to catch the ball.
Liam Williams, his first opportunity in the Lions jersey. He didn't strip last weekend. He's run up. Of course, Matt Duffy had all rights to the ball. He sort of went for it, but then in the end, ends up putting his arm around Matt Duffy. It looks bad. Possible yellow card here.
Oh, I'm feeling it. Blues score another try. It's a hard mission to come back for the Lions.
He's calling him over. Pascal Gazier probably going to lift the colour. You wouldn't think red. Although, to be fair, Pascal Gazier hasn't played well today.
He hasn't reffed well.
Refereed well. Sorry, I apologise.
Well, it is a risky call. I mean, he did put him in a dangerous position, and there will be a bit of controversy over it.
Yeah, well, I agree with that because there's only a penalty for it. There's no yellow card. They escape by the skin of their teeth.
Liam
Williams
Williams was shaking in his boots before that one.
My God, he'll be filling his pants, that's for sure. Ehigh West, replacement first 522. He has on his back today. Of course, the Blues playing in their special limited edition jerseys for this Lions tour, the Territory jerseys, which of course they wore against the Chiefs back in early Super Rugby.
Is that the one with the locations to Mount Eden Prison?
That's correct. We get a drone shot of Eden Park. This is beautiful. Eden Park looking superb for a Blues match. This is absolutely outstanding. Scratton takes it down. He falls, but he gets it away to Mitch Augustine Pulu. Cross kick into the hands of Lee Halfpenny. He shakes one. Take it down. Rico Ioane. Flick left. Again is not Jack McGrath's replacement of Joe Marler. The Lions. Lee Halfpenny. He's a little general. He's like an eel out of water. You can't wrap him up.
He's as slippery as a bucket of eels.
I agree with that. The Lions again on their halfway metre line. Itoje does a bit of a roly-poly. He gets a couple of metres in there smart after he goes to ground. Bad pass, but managed to get it. Was Elliot Daly. Now, once again on the 10 metre line of Blues territory. The Lions have it. They're mounting a good phase of attack here. Liam Williams. They're not getting past this 10 metre line. And as I say it, they surge 2 metres past it. Reece Webb, they go left. Held up at a possible maul. Possible turnover if they hold on. The Blues, they don't. Looking exciting now. They feed it to the backs. Chip through. It's a foot race. But it gets to the touchline first. We're going to have a line out. Shit, oh dear. My voice is strained.
I bet it is. You've been screaming all night. Who's this down? We see a Blues player being assisted by a physio. Not sure of the condition or who it is.
We will update you, of course.
Hopefully.
We don't like to leave it hanging.
Or we might have to because I can't actually.
No, he's back up. He's on his feet.
He's off and running. He's off to the races. Well, he will be after the payday if they win today.
Jimmy Parsons to throw. Humpty Dumpty. He does so. He gives it to Kelly Toyotsi. It's flicked away. Crash ball in midfield by the Fords. Now there's a platform to work off. The foundation's built.
It's a skyscraper.
And Paulie puts it up. In the air goes Matt Duffy. He's down. Scrappy after that. And the referee blows time off. Because it's the second time he's had an air collision. He's telling everyone he's alright, but my God, he needs a breather.
He hit that landing hard. Fair to say he would have been much better placed for that sort of jump at leap.
And once more, boys, we go to the TMO. Marius Jonker. This is being overused. And, this is close to what we saw in the World Cup final opener, 2 years ago. The overuse of a TMO, it's getting annoying.
I'd debate that in the World Cup final because the one time he didn't actually use the TMO, it was a knock-on before the try.
No, sorry, not World Cup.
Oh, Liam Williams, he's done the same thing. He hasn't gone for the ball and he's taken out Collins again. He's reckless.
This is repeated infringement. This is yellow card material.
What's he doing? He's got away with it once. Why try and do it again?
What the hell? To the same man of all people, Matt Duffy has just experienced deja vu from the same man that did it before.
He's bloody well got it in for him.
Liam Williams surely going to the bin after this for 2 offences, one being repeated infringement. And 2, you can't do it. He escaped very, very closely before.
Duffy's still acting like he's fine. Obviously not, as he can barely walk.
Probably doesn't want to go off.
Probably not. I'm surprised he still had those massive hops after that first collision.
Yeah, well, Duffy came down like a bloody... Well, I don't know. He came down like a bloody nutter. And Liam Williams goes to the bin.
Pocket.
Yellow card, and Eden Park is going off like a bloody...
Don't say it.
I won't say it. I nearly did. I nearly said it. And my God,
Warren Gatland is not a happy man.
And
How do you
he-
think they'll be feeling if they lose this game to the worst New Zealand Super Rugby side?
He is going to be sitting under the posts.
just got a message from a high-ranking man in the Waikato Rugby Union. He says, it should have been a red card, that one.
What an
Because the
absolute-
first should have
The
been a
first
yellow.
should have been a yellow.
What an absolute belter of a game. Well, if he had got a yellow the first time, he wouldn't have been on the field to do it.
Off a Tuanga Fasi, Charlie Farmawina and Jared Carley Tuioti come off to a rousing rendition of a round of applause of the Eden Park faithful.
Just a slight question. If the Blues can beat the Lions, what does that say about Super Rugby teams compared to the Lions?
Well, what does that say about Super Rugby teams compared to All Blacks?
Yeah, well,
Because if we don't know what the outcome of the All Blacks Lions game
Look,
is
if
going
I
to
think
be.
the Blues can beat the Lions, the All Blacks can beat them 3 times.
that's true, but they haven't won it yet. 15 plays 10 with 23 to play. The Blues, rather, they have it. On the 22-metre line, a drop kick would be handy. Put it out to 8 points. The balls come loose. They jump on it to the Blues. Advantage of a penalty is coming, I believe. The Blues. Interesting. Lost forward, in fact. Just a lost forward. They'll have it. They'll have a scrum just outside the 22 of the Lions territory. Omani, well, he's fired up. He's about as happy as a penguin in a microwave at the moment. He's a little bit confused too.
I'm enjoying the ref's hand signals. He's really, you just don't know where his hands are going or what he's.
Like, he's
calling.
just waving around like
He's
he just doesn't care.
Yeah, exactly.
He's
His
creating
hands
new-
are everywhere.
He's creating a new rendition of the Macarena. 1 mucker, 2 mucker, 3 mucker, Pascal Gozer.
Too right, Penny O'Mahony. Of course, he's just come on. He makes himself British and Irish Lion 833. Congratulations to him. A dream come true for sure. Something as a childhood you dream of, you never think will ever come possible.
I'm starting to think that the next, if they lose against the Blues and if the Lions tour really goes to shit, I think people are really going to start losing interest, to be 100% honest, because the build-ups to the games this time round have been extreme, and especially in New Zealand, we've been hearing all over the show about how intense these games are going to be. But
Feeds the scrum. Bit of a decoy runner.
Oh, he's
Flicks it
in.
wide. The Blues mounting a big one.
He's going.
They're going over the line.
What a try!
It's a forward pass. Oh, what an anticlimactic play that was.
I'm surprised he didn't go to the TMO for that. For shit, it was a tough call.
Matthew Raynell called it, the assistant referee, and Rico Ioane could have got 3. He is playing out of his skin. He deserves the man of the match trophy.
Let's have another look at it. Oh, that is forward.
It's forward. Yeah, fair enough. And it was called by Matthew Raynell. He's pissed off. He's fired up. And
I would
Tanu
be-
Umaga is too.
I would be too if I just ploughed over 3 people and gained 5 metres, the first 5 metres before the try line to score.
To be called back another 22 metres.
Exactly. I'd be highly pissed off.
20 to play in the second encounter of the Lions tour. You've got to remember, in Australia, similar thing happened. They started very slow.
Now the Lions going to struggle here with their man lacking in the back line, which could give the Blues a bit of an advantage if they do gain possession of the ball.
Yeah, well, shit, man. This is outstanding. The Blues are playing the best rugby they've ever played this season.
Well, that's not much to beat.
That's true.
They're playing against a Lions side who can hardly beat a team of semi-pros.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry, but it's true.
Time is back on, and we're underway with the scrum. Crouch bind set, says Pascal Gazette. Penalty to the Lions. Yeah, that's interesting.
Tough call. Joe Marler looks like he's baffled too, but he'll take it.
Yeah, well, Kyle Sinclair, he's come on as well.
A lot of penalties for the boys in scrum today. It's been an awkward day for scrums, especially after the show that we've just seen of the Lions players knocking other people out of the sky, and only getting a slap on the wrist for it. It's really making me
Yeah,
think.
well, I think Liam Collins' song for the day should be higher, because I think that's quite fitting for his 2 offences so far in this match.
Thrown in. Ken Owens shuts it down. It's a bloody hard marathon, this, to commentate. The Blues looking very good. But the Lions, somewhat lackluster. He's actually moved that out of there. Reece Webb, carry on. Carry bloody on. Interesting tactic by Reece Webb. Moves the ball out of the ruck and then pretends it's still in there. He's played the referee for a joker there. They get it back off a box kick. Trying to milk a penalty. Reece Webb. He's smart. He's a smart player, Reece Webb. Of course, the pairing of him and Dan Biggar cut short as Johnny Sexton came on pretty early today. Once more, Webb into the hands of skipper Ken Owens. Yelling some commands as Garcia. Sexton. Now Laws gets up and plays it again. Legally, says the referee. They look to shift it left now. Do they have the opportunities? Elliot Daly takes it forward. They're about 30 metres out from the line now, the Lions. Once more, goes to Laws. Daddy Longlegs takes it forward. Webb to the backs. Cut ball. Runs. Big CJ Stunder. He's played well tonight. It's very hard, this Blues defence, to penetrate. But they've found a way. Not quite. Ken Owens on the other side of the field. 10th phase now. They're playing well. Slowly edging their way into this, the Lions. They need a converted try to go ahead. Or any other 2 ways of scoring. They shift it left. Playing
Brilliant tackle.
very laterally here. Matt Duffy comes to scramble upon it. And anyway, the Lions, Itoje. Webb looking to the backs now. 13th phase comes up. Big tackle there by Alex Hodgman. And now they're held up in a possible maul. No, carried on, the Lions. Garcia looks confused. He puts his arm out for a penalty. Gives the penalty. Interesting. Not rolling away was Augustine Pulu. What the hell do you do here, lads?
You take the shot, you need the points, you're not getting them any other way, but absolute resilient defence by the Blues. Surely that's got to make the Lions ask some questions how the hell they can actually get through.
Guys in the chat, what the hell do you think of Big Joe Marler's haircut? And should his hairdresser need an exorcism?
He doesn't have a hairdresser. I think he does it himself.
That's probably true.
Because who would? What hairdresser would let their reputation go to shit by doing that to someone?
I feel as if it would be embarrassing to go into the hairdresser and say, you know, I want to look like a retard. You know, I want to look like a dickhead and look like Joe Marler. At least he plays rugby well.
Very true, very true.
Good on him. Lee Halfpenny, he's played pretty well tonight. Been everywhere. He's looked for work as Lee Halfpenny. And 15 plays 10 here. 15 to play. 5 the difference. Lee Halfpenny puts his focus into the sticks. And he's looking up. Big moment here in the game to push it out to a penalty. And he does so. Puts it through the sticks. And the flags are up by assistant referees Raynell and Gardner. And the Lions
scoreboard
faithful,
will be updated shortly.
The Lions faithful into it. Blues 15. Lions 10. 14 and a half to play as Liam Williams is getting an opportunity to start warming up. He'll be happy with that in his time in the bin, not conceding anything at the moment, but still they've put 3 points on the board. Wrapped up is Maro Itoje, and a maul mounted straight away. Possible turnover here if they can get at the Blues. It's at the back though, and Ken Owens. Even the backs are in this. Johnny Sexton holds it at the back of the maul. Outstanding. They need to get out of there, the Blues. Advantage comes, and that's harsh. Very harsh by the referee. Flicks it wide. The Lions decide to play. They kick it deep into the 22. This could turn brilliant.
It's
They
gone
might-
dead.
It's gone. Dead and goal indeed. And they'll go. Looks like the advantage was not over.
Shit, that's a long advantage.
That is a disgraceful advantage.
Holy shit. They shouldn't even got the penalty in the first place.
Not a fan of Pascal Gazier tonight. He's not refereed this too well.
Well, that's what you get with French refs. I mean, well, European refs are quite troublesome when it comes to calling things as they see it. They always need someone else's input, and that's where I feel the overuse of the TMO has originated from.
Check out our chat, of course, our links to our social media, and of course in the description as well. 13 to play, 15 plays 13. Remember the Blues, they're probably the lowest ranking team they are the lowest ranking team in skill for the New Zealand Super Rugby sides. You wait till these Lions play the Hurricanes, the Chiefs, the Crusaders, the Highlanders. These teams are a step above the Blues. Although the Blues, they're really proving their class tonight. This is outstanding.
Do the Crusaders even know what a loss is?
Well, no,
Not this
yet.
year, no. No, that's true. Mitch Hunt, what a drop kick that was. The Lions, after their penalty, they kick it into touch, of course, and now we'll have a line out on the 10-metre line of Blues territory. They decide to go to the back.
That is
Not straight.
Absolute perler of a throw for the Blues.
They'll be happy with that. The front rows will be happy because they get to scrum. 12 to go. My God, these minutes are going quickly as Rory Best is about to come on. This is, Rory Best, he chucks his chewing gum out. He comes on the field. Good on you, Rory.
Is he a bit like Rory the racing car?
Oh, mate.
I don't know. I think he's more like Rory the tank, to be 100% honest.
Ken Owens comes off the skipper and his night is done. Some big performances here tonight.
It's been quite a match. It's been extremely tight, especially with the last game that the Lions had against the Barbarians. It was a tough game as well. But to step up to the Blues like this and still remain quite a tough game, the Lions have really picked up and they know what. They know that we mean business here in New Zealand.
Yeah, damn straight. You come to New Zealand, you get shown up by the bloody Barbarians. This is not going to be an easy tour for the Lions.
I don't think they were ever expecting an easy tour though.
Yeah, you must remember that the first couple of games are never good, let's be honest. You look back at Australia, what happened there? They won the tour, they played outstanding in the test matches, but they didn't play too well in those opening games.
I know, but the thing is they didn't lose those opening games. If they lose...
They lost one. They lost
to
one.
who?
However, the Lions have not lost any
I would
opening
know,
games
Grant.
yet
I've
either.
done some research. Penalty to the Lions. What a scrum that was. Oh, if you're a front rower, clap to that one, because shit, oh dear.
The Lions, I must add, do not know what... Well, they haven't made a loss yet, and the game's not over. There's still a few minutes in it. I mean, they can always come back, and I don't think we were expecting a loss from them, to be 100% honest.
Well, look at this. 10 and a half minutes. Lee Halfpenny cometh the man, cometh the hour. He's on the 10-metre line of Blues territory. 15 metres out from the far touchline, he's putting the tee down, and he'll have an opportunity for the Lions to go in front by one.
Yeah, well, I thought he was taking a drop goal there because it didn't actually hit. The tee hit him behind the ball, and I thought he was ready to slot it to pull a Mitch Hunt and, knock over a 50-metre drop kick.
Yeah, too right.
Lee Halfpenny with a 100% kicking rate through this game, 3 out of 3, and
Juan David says... Oh, sorry, I was going to... Oh, sorry, you carry on there, Nick. I apologise.
if he makes this fourth, it will set them in the lead to win.
Juan Davis says Lions will win. Well, if he knocks this over, it'll help out a hell of a lot. I'll tell you that much.
10 minutes remaining in the game.
Lee Halfpenny from a similar position on the left-hand side of where he is. He lost one back in 2011. Has he got the legs? He's got the legs. Has he got the distance? The referees put their arms in the air with the flags raised, and the Lions are ahead by one, much to the delight of their coaching staff up in the box. What a scrum this is, Bradley. Talk us through it.
Oh, they just power them through. Blues had nowhere to go. They fold in, they turns around. Is that Liam Williams patting someone on the head? I don't think he has any right to do that. Is he back on the field?
Yeah, he is. Big Liam Williams and Hame Faiva and Caleb Bryant come on as Augie Pulu, James Parsons come off. They've had spectacular matches tonight. Lost fought off the Blues off the kick-off. But the Lions will look to duly use that advantage.
Thumped in a tackle.
Tuparik goes down. Maro Itoje and Liam Williams stand over the ball inside their own 22, the Lions. And Reece Webb, he's played well tonight. He's played brilliantly tonight. He box kicks it, taken down and straight away by Matt Duffy. He's taken in a tackle. Consequently, Sam Knock, he's on as well. Messy, but Struth Almighty, they are happy as a turnover is caused. The Lions get the pill. Tara Umaga is almost falling asleep. He looks that annoyed with it. There's some feeling out there, lads, tonight. There is some absolute brutal feeling.
Still only 1 point in it. The Blues are still in this. I kind of still back them to win, to pull something out of the bag, because that's what they've been doing all night, and one more time wouldn't hurt them, Nick.
I feel sure that the coaches right now are both biting their nails, and for the Lions to be in a position like this against New Zealand's, well, in Super Rugby in their worst team, still not a bad team, to be so restricted in the game and not run away with the win is quite surprising. And Tana Umaga must be very proud of the boys to really put out all their effort. And if the Lions do end up winning by 1 point, there's not much in it, and you've got to be very proud of that.
Yeah, well, Tana's probably wondering where the hell this sort of performance has been all year.
Too right. James Donovan in the chat says, come on, Halfpenny's boot. And he really did. He hit the shit out of that one. It was a big kick. And good stuff by the Lions. They go ahead. 7 minutes to play. 7 to play. Stander takes it off the back of the scrum. Reece Webb marshalling the troops. He's on his knees. He gets back up. I don't know what the hell he was doing. Courtney Laws takes it down off a bit of a crash ball. Fire it off. A bit of a monster kick there. Bit of awkwardness in the commentary box too. Rico Ioane finds himself with ball in hand again. Wouldn't be the first time tonight. He's had a number of opportunities over the goal line too. Sam Knock, Luatua in midfield, backdoor to Sonny Bill Williams. He's got space. He goes 20 metres inside to Ihara West. Inside, outside. He's under the posts. In one of the best tries you'll see all year. The Blues surge in front. Ihara West. Try time.
Once again, the Blues were not out of this game. They have fought right back, and through that break of Sonny Bill handing it off to Ihara West, finding the gaps and ending up right under the post. What an effort.
That is outstanding, Brandy Richardson. As we look at this replay, that is one of the tries of the season.
That came out of absolutely nowhere. Sonny Bill Williams, perfect offload. You come to expect that from him. He makes a break. I thought he was in at one point. And Ihara West, the pace, no one tried to tackle him. He just ran right around him. Lee Halfpenny just fell over. And he points to the crowd and he's like, where the hell have you been this whole season?
Haven't seen that part of the stand in a while.
Well, I haven't seen someone in that seat for a while.
The Blues are showing this crowd what they've been missing by staying at home. Ihara West. This is amazing. But don't get me wrong, that was not opportunistic. That was brilliance by Steve Luatua to offload it. Then Sonny Bill Williams to make the break. The timing of the pass. And then Ihara West to finish it off. Inside, outside. That was superb.
Yeah, well, before this tour, I made the prediction that the Lions wouldn't win any game besides the Provincial Barbarians, and so far that's well on track to be the case. 2 matches in, I'm feeling safe houses with that one.
22 plays 16.
Ehire West straight through the post, converting his own try.
Absolutely outstanding. Ehire West puts it into any doubt. 22 plays 16.
Unbelievable achievement there, but we must remember there is still 5 minutes on the clock and anything could happen. Lions are still in it.
This is a brilliant try. Absolutely superb. That'll go down in Lions history, that's for sure. They're on the attack now, the Lions.
They've got to score a converted try to get the lead.
Flick it wide. Maybe they do. Elliot Daly, they had the pill off the restart. Greg Laidlaw, he played well last week. Finds it to Justin Tuperick. Laidlaw again. Finds Sexton. Works it wide. Now it goes into the hands of Joe Marler. Laidlaw again. Decides to change the ways he goes.
He's
He moves it
isolated.
left. Kyle Sinclair loses it backwards. He plays on. 4 to go on the clock.
The Lions are really going to struggle to find a gap in the defence here, as did the Blues just before.
Laidlaw inside outside. Liam Williams has the ball.
The Blues are up for this D.
Going down. The best we've seen them play. And this is going to be some hard defence. Goes right. Jack Nowell leaves the ball on the ground.
He's held
Gets it
up.
He plays on.
Gets it out.
They've done well to get this here. The the Lions. 10th phase now. Laidlaw decides to dummy. They're really looking hot here, the Lions. Nowell plays halfback, 15 metres out, right in front of the sticks. Justin Tuperick makes 2 more metres. They're 10 metres out, Lions. This is looking beautiful.
3 minutes remaining.
Marler has a bit of a go. Penalty! He didn't release it! And it's a penalty to the Blues. What an opportunity gone begging for the Lions. But my God, Joe Marler, that was stupid.
Oh, what a play by Akira Ioane. Pats on backs all around. The Blues just have to kick this one out and secure that ball.
The Lions, they are not doing well. Silly by Joe Marler. He knows better. And God, well, look at Jack Nowell. He's angry, and rightly so. As we look to clock, the clock has stopped at 77:22.
It's to be expected that the boys will be time wasting in order to gain as much possession of the ball as possible. I mean, it's going to be a hell of an ending to a hell of a game.
Not the greatest of kicks from Ehire West. And we'll have a line out. The Blues will have the opportunity to throw it in. 2 to play here at Eden Park. Well, the Blues.
Unbelievable performance.
2 to go. Hame Faiva from Waikato. Plays for University Club. About to throw it in. And Pascal Gazia, look what he does. He tells the Lions to shut up. They were waving, trying to distract him. He tells them to stop.
I feel that they're trying to speed up the game, trying to get as much ball in as possible. The ball's been thrown in.
Taken by the Blues.
The Blues now look to wind down this clock as much as they can. Sam Nock. They're not in a great field position, let's be honest. If they get a penalty, the Lions should be all over Rover. The Blues winding down this clock. 1 minute to go. Once more. The phases are ticking over. Sam Nock to play. Bit of a counter-ruck by Kyle Sinclair. Safe rugby here. The Blues looking absolutely sensational. Frank Schoenby says the Lions are feeling blue. Well, they will be in a minute's time, that's for sure. The
Unbelievable
Blues.
performance.
Sam Nock. Once more. Waiting as long as he can before he gets the use it call. They're on the 22. 10 metres from the 5. Penalty the Lions! We've got 30 seconds to play, and the Lions have got an opportunity. They were sealing off. Were the Blues. They weren't in good field position, and now the Lions, they are 10 metres out from their line. Well, the Blues, let's be honest, their defence has to be the best they've ever seen. The best this club has ever seen. 10 seconds to play. And Rory Best to throw. A very important throw for him.
They're not out of it yet.
Thrown to the back. The Blues have it.
They've got the ball.
R5R has it. They need to kick it out and they'll win. The Blues, that's all, it's full time. Sam Knock kicks it into touch. The Blues have beaten the British and Irish Lions at their home of Eden Park.
Holy shit! Who expected that besides me?
Sonny Bill Williams is praising God, and the fans are absolutely delighted. 22-16, full time at Eden Park. James Parsons is outstandingly happy. My voice is gone, but I'll give it to the Blues. Nick Van Baar, your final comments on this match.
Oh, the game was never over. Even in those last 30 seconds, there was always a chance that the Lions could have fought back, but an unlucky slip-up resulted in the Blues regaining the possession and just kicking it out, but it could have been a completely different game.
This is a horror start to their tour. Tana Umaga ecstatic, Warren Gatlin disgusted. They play the Crusaders this Saturday night at 7:30, same time. We look at the pictures of the Lions players on the bench. They are deflated. Brad Richardson, before we go, your final comments.
Well, the comments last week was a win, but now they have to be gracious in defeat because a loss is a loss, and it hurts hard to New Zealand's worst Super Rugby team.
Remember, of course, we've got the big coverage coming up. Crusaders this Saturday. And, of course, we've got the test matches. We've got you covered for this Lions tour. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a phenomenal effort. 22, the Blues. 16, the Lions. We'll catch you this Saturday for the Crusaders. Good night.